This next story is sure to get a lot of people talking tonight. Should the rail project's massive shortfall be paid for by extending the rail tax or increasing property taxes?
The Transit Authority has released a study that shows just how much each option would cost. KITV4's Andrew Pura joining us now with the latest developments. Andrew.
Well, Paula and Yunji, the third option, of course, is doing neither. But if taxes have to be raised, it comes down to property owners versus everybody else.
When it comes to covering budget shortfalls and cost overruns for Honolulu's rail project, there are no easy answers.
That's the biggest concern. How do we get into this hole so quickly? I mean, we're less than 20% into the project and already almost $1 billion deficit that we need to address.
Honolulu Mayor Kirk Caldwell and the Transit Authority say extending Oahu's 0.5% rail tax is the best option. House and Senate lawmakers are trying to reach a compromise on the surcharge, but even if they do, the City Council must agree.
I don't think anyone should readily assume that the council will automatically approve whatever the state legislature puts forward. But we will also have our own vigorous meetings to discuss this issue, and we're probably looking to take our community meetings out to the community.
Oahu residents now have a clear choice on how to make the train financially whole. Extend the surcharge to the state's general excise tax or raise property taxes. According to a study released by the Transit Authority, Oahu residents would pay an average of $218 per year if the rail tax is extended another 5 years. That's based on $40,000 in household spending. But of course, the amount of tax you pay increases depending on how much you spend. Some believe the GET surcharge is still the best option since everyone pays.
The rail system will certainly be a great benefit to the poor, to the low income, for those individuals who don't have a car, who can't afford insurance.
Or the City Council could cover the rail project's $910 million gap by raising property taxes for 5 years. The Transit Authority says that would cost the average homeowner $414 per year based on property valued at $700,000. But the amount of tax you pay depends on how much your property is worth.
It still filters down to the people on the limited income, people on the Social Security, people live longer to 80, 90. They can't afford anything now.
Whether it's GET, the most regressive tax we have, or real property tax, which is going to hurt elder people and people on fixed incomes, we shouldn't have to pay that. Let the counties decide that. It shouldn't be a state matter in terms of finance.
For some opponents of the project, extending the rail tax is the lesser of two evils.
I think the GET tax would be more fair, but I still don't agree with it.
A city ordinance approved in January 2007 states no money from the city's general fund can be used to build rail. That would have to change if the city council decides to increase property taxes to make up the current shortfall.